The following is a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.
Welcome to the cruise show. I'm Carly and this is Richard. Well, if you are looking for a cruise for next year, then you are going to need to look no further, because on today's show we are cruising with Royal Caribbean International, and believe me when I say they have thought of everything. There is so much going on board. They're fantastic cruise ships, and we are talking some of the biggest ships in the world. If you've never cruised before, what a wonderful place to begin. And if you're looking for your next cruise, then believe me, we are definitely going to have something in store for you today, because we're even adding some little extras for you, but you're going to need to stay tuned to find out about those. But first of all, to tell us a little bit more about Royal Caribbean International, it's Richard.
Thanks so much indeed, Carly. Well, one of the best things about a Royal Caribbean International cruise holiday is that the destinations come to you. You can wake up to a new horizon every day, filled with the promise of adventure. There's no constant unpacking or case lugging required. Plus, when you're all explored out, you can always take the adventure back to the ship. Whether you want to rest or play, the decks are packed with activities just waiting to be discovered, and each ship is packed with great entertainment and amazing food. It will leave you saying wow. Now, the whole family really will love a Royal Caribbean International holiday, and we've got some great offers for you today. So sit yourself down, get yourself a pen, paper, a cup of tea or coffee, and make sure you've got the phone nearby, because I think you're going to need it as we take you on an adventure with Royal Caribbean International and Vision Cruise.
Well, we are going to start out with a cityscapes tour around Northern Europe, and this is going on board the Navigator of the Seas in May next year. This is beginning of the summer, a great time to get away. So let's join John now for a little look around.
Welcome on board Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas. It's a ship that's just full of fun for all the family, with theatre shows to go to, there's swimming pools, jacuzzis, casinos, there's food everywhere, and there's even an ice skating rink, so we better get our skates on. Well, let's start as we need to go on, eh? We're in the buffet, and this is the fast food section. Over there, there's absolutely wonderful things to eat, including a carvery. And I'll tell you what as well, look over this way, you're going to love it. This is all the desserts, and I've been reliably informed there are no calories at sea. Once you've stocked up with the buffet, you should have more than enough energy to explore all the activities this ship has to offer. And believe me, you'll need it. Well, to start off with, there's this, the rock climbing wall. It's nearly 40 metres above the ocean waves. Looks a lot of fun to me. And then there's this, a Royal Caribbean favourite. It's the Flow Rider. There's 60,000 gallons of water flowing past you every single minute. It's incredible. And whether you're a pro like him or you just want to give it a go, it's a lot of fun. I think I'll give it a go. What do you mean you forgot me shorts? Well, for the young or the younger heart, they even have a mini golf course on board, which is a lot of fun. I've got to admit, golf's not really my thing. It's not. I wonder if they have a 19th hole on board. Luckily they do. It's this, the Viking Crown Lounge. And I tell you what, with a selection of drinks like this and a view like this, I could relax here all day. And talking of relaxation, what about this? It's the Lido deck. There's the big screen there for the movies that you can watch while you're floating away, or you can just relax by one of the pools or in one of the jacuzzis. It's so good. I think if you look hard enough, you'll find a sunbed with your name on it. Oh, well, if the weather isn't playing ball, there's always here the Solarium, which is a great place to relax and enjoy life. It's also close to the Vitality Spa and also the fitness centre as well. Here you can have a massage, a beauty treatment, or maybe work off a few of those little calories that have snuck on board. So after a daytime of fun, it's time to get changed and get ready for a nighttime of fun. Come on. Now, whatever grade of cabin that you choose, there's some things that you're going to be really impressed with. First of all, there's the amount of storage space, there's the comfy beds, there's the wonderful bathroom. But what I particularly like about this stateroom is this. It's the balcony. There's nothing like a bit of your own space on board to relax and enjoy as you cruise into all the different destinations. And once you've spruced yourself up, it's time to go and see what other surprises this ship has to offer. This is the Royal Promenade. It's the real heartbeat of the ship. This is where you come of an evening for a relaxing glass of something before evening meal, or maybe a cup of coffee and a cake during the day. There are 6 different bars to relax and enjoy here, including Vintages, which is a wine bar. Some good stuff on there. There's duty-free shopping, and there's even, look at this, you know, local at sea. I'll see you. Now, duty-free shopping is great for the adults, but not so great for the kids. But I know one thing that will keep them happy. But definitely not before dinner. Well, maybe just one. Talking of dinner, how about this for an evening meal venue? It's the Sapphire Restaurant. It's really true fine dining. Look at it, set over 3 different floors as well. Nearly as much for every course you're going to get, because you're not going to get 3 courses, you're going to get a 5-course evening meal. It's also open for breakfast and lunch as well. It truly is a wonderful affair. But if you don't fancy that, well, there's also the speciality dining as well. They may have a small cover charge, but they're a perfect place to enjoy a special occasion or an anniversary when you're on board. But remember, don't fill up too much, because there's still plenty more fun to be had. Here in the Starlight Lounge, you can enjoy a wealth of late-night entertainment, including bingo, live music, comedians, and even a karaoke that gets shown around the ship on a dedicated channel in all of the staterooms. But if you prefer to leave the singing to the professionals, then I've got the perfect place for you. Now, this is the rather impressive Metropolis Theatre, and as you can see, every seat's the best seat in the house. And every night there are great different West End style shows that you're just going to love, and it's all included in the price of your ticket. So, let's enjoy the show. But if you want to watch something really different at sea, then one of the ice show spectaculars in Studio B is a must-see. You know, after having a look around the Navigator of the Seas, I think you'll find it's a fabulous place to have a holiday, no matter what kind of holiday you're looking for. If you've got kids, there's plenty for them to do. If you want an active holiday, you want to be climbing rock walls, or you want to be having a mini golf, or maybe going in the flow rider, you can do. But if you just want to relax, you can do as well. There's the wonderful food with such choice. I think it's the type of holiday that you'll love. So why not take you away on a holiday on the Navigator of the Seas?
And indeed, we've got a great itinerary for you this time round on board the Navigator of the Seas as we take in the Northern Europe cityscapes. Now, this is a 7-night holiday going on the 27th of May next year. It's the half-term week as well, so if you want the kids' prices, give us a call and we'll quote you separately. We're going to cruise you out to Southampton, and our first port of call will be Hamburg. Now, when you get to Hamburg, there's the miniature wonderland here, the largest model railway system in the world, with 930 trains that you can watch, all going all around all the time. Then we're on to our next port of call of Oslo. You can chill out in the ice bar if you want to. There's the Viking Ship Museum, and there's the sculptures in the great sculpture park there. Then we're on to our next port of call of Zeebrugge. You can go to Bruges for the day here, get some yummy Belgian chocolates, have some tasty seafood, and maybe try some local beer if you wanted to do that. Then we are back to Southampton after those 7 nights. Now, this is a holiday going on the 27th of May next year, and we can get you on board with fares starting from £799 per person. Now, we're also going to take care of your gratuities when you're on board this particular holiday, so there's no need to have to tip every day. That's all taken care of. Plus, we're also going to be including some onboard credit for you as well, which you can use to spend however you want on board the Navigator of the Seas. Now, if you want any more information on this particular cruise holiday, or you're thinking of taking the kids with you and you want the prices for the kids, give us a call and we'll quote you separately on that number at the bottom of the screen. It's 0800 655 6449.
Well, you are getting to visit 3 different countries in this 1-week cruise. Now, I'll just say to you, if you were booking 3 city breaks and you wanted to go within the same week, so you'd have to book your flights to each place, book your hotels, think about money for food. Maybe you want to be entertained while you're there. Where are you going to go to find entertainment? All of it is included on your Royal Caribbean International Cruise. You've got fabulous entertainment. We're talking full-blown production shows, full-blown musicals. All your wonderful food is included, and you get to sit back and relax while you travel to each of these destinations. And you're boarding in Southampton, so there's no worry about flights or weighing your luggages there. You can take virtually as much as you like. What are you waiting for? All sounds good to me. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to sail you out from Southampton and head for our first port of call, Hamburg. It's such a walkable city. There's so many elegant buildings and it's steeped in history. Maybe visit the Merchants District or the fish market, or just enjoy a stroll around the beautiful canals. Then from there we're going to sail you into Oslo, and you dock walking distance from the city centre, and it's a small compact city, so again easy to explore on foot, and it's home to an incredible amount of museums. Then from Oslo we're going to sail you on to Zeebrugge, maybe to head to Brussels to see the important monuments of this busy city, or take a stroll around Bruges, enjoy a chocolate-topped waffle, perhaps some Belgian chocolates, maybe a Belgian beer.
Oh, yes.
So many choices there. And then from there we're going to sail you back into Southampton, and those fares were from just $7.99 per person. You've got some onboard credit coming your way, and also we are going to include your free gratuities. So what are you waiting for? This is going in May next year for 7 nights. All you've got to do to get yourself on this wonderful cruise is give us a call on 0800 655 6449, and you could be sailing away on perhaps your first ever cruise with Royal Caribbean International. Well, we're going to move on to our next itinerary now, and I think this is a lovely time of year. We are looking at the end of June, heading to the Mediterranean on board the Independence of the Seas. And by this time, the Independence of the Seas will have been in for a revitalisation, and Richard's going to be telling you a little bit more about what you can expect on board in just a moment. But first of all, let's join John and take a little look around.
So this is the Royal Promenade. You've got everything here from a Ben & Jerry's, and you know, if you stay in that stateroom up there, you get free Ben & Jerry's ice cream all time long. And then we've got the cafe, we've got shops and entertainment. There's even a pie shop. So I'll pop in here, so if you get here and there's none, you know that's all the pies. So here we are, just arrived on board, and where are we? Well, it's the Law of the Sea, isn't it? Bit of rabbit food. Not too much. Oh, this looks lovely. There's so much choice, isn't there? So much choice. Oh, I'll have some of that. Oh, some tomato. Oh, onion. I love a bit of onion. Look at the hams and the cheeses. Lots of meat up. If you really want to treat yourself while you're on holiday, why don't you pop into Chops Grill? The steak and seafood here are absolutely incredible, and you'll just love it. There's tables for families or couples. It's whatever you want, but I know one thing you will want. You'll want a really juicy steak, and you'll get one. When it comes to accommodation, there's lots to choose from. Now this is the Royal Suite, and I can't promise you that all rooms are going to be like this, with things like their own bar, their own, well, lounge area that's bigger than my lounge at home, bedroom through there with ensuite, of course, and a grand piano. Yeah, I just can't believe it. This is just fantastic.
John, do you know the piano's on my foot?
You hum it, I'll play it. Well, if you're staying in the Royal Suite and you're wondering, is there going to be enough space to hang all my clothes? Well, this is the walk-in wardrobe. I mean to say, there's enough for all my stuff here, and a couple of guests as well. When you've had a hard day at the water park and you're a bit hot and bothered, what's the best thing you can actually do? Well, how about coming to one of these, Sprinkles? The thing is, it's ice cream and you help yourself and it's free. Now that's dangerous. I'll be back in a while for more. Well, you've caught me. I'm in the solarium area, just relaxing and taking in and checking the compass to find out what's to do around the ship. And there's so much to do. Do you know what? There's so much to do. I think I'll just be busy doing nothing. But that's what cruise holidays are about. Your way, especially on the independence of the seas. Well, everybody's got the 15 minutes worth in there, haven't they? And this is your chance as well. It's the on-air studio. It's a karaoke lounge and it gets seen around the ship. My chance. Do you know, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall in the room when someone at Royal Caribbean International's HQ suggested they put an ice rink on a ship. Well, obviously that wouldn't work. Well, maybe it would. Now, the thing is, you can learn to skate here, or you can just sit back and watch the shows on ice. It's spectacular. So here we are on the Independence of the Seas. It is one of the biggest, funnest ships to sail out of the UK. Well, it's full. It has just over 3,500 people on board. But you know what? You wouldn't know that by the space around the decks. Do you know there's 22 different bars and places to mingle of an evening? It's like a floating holiday resort. Yes, there are hot tubs, there's swimming pools, there's the movies which you can see, there's jogging tracks, there's mini golf, there's the flow rider, there's the theatre. Need I say more? There is so much going on, and the food is incredible as well, from the Windjammer to the main restaurant, which is like a fine dining experience in itself. Do you know, when you think what's involved in a Royal Caribbean International holiday, and you look at the Independence of the Seas, it's a holiday you should really think about taking. I love it, and I think you will do too.
Indeed, yes, and on this particular sailing you'll get to enjoy some of the new features that the Independence of the Seas has to offer, as she's going into a revitalisation programme in early spring 2018, but I'll tell you more about that as we go throughout the programme. So this is a Mediterranean Cities cruise on the 30th of June for 14 nights. We're going to be cruising out of Southampton, and our first port of call is Gibraltar. Now this really is the gateway to the Mediterranean here. One side, if you go to the top of the rock, you can see the Atlantic, you can see the Mediterranean. You can get all your duty-free shopping here as well, and go and see the cheeky apes there. Then on to Marseille is our next destination here as well. Discover the delights of this old fishing port with all its boats, its small craft and the bustling shops as well. Then we're on to Cannes is our next port of call here as well. Go and explore the beaches, the lively food markets as well, are well worth a trip around to try some of the local cuisine. Barcelona will be our next destination that we're going to call into as well. You can see the bustling Las Ramblas there. If you're into your sport, take a trip to Camp Nou, the home of the football club. Then we're on to Palma Mallorca is our next port of call here. You can go wine tasting or try some tapas. Be inspired by the magnificent Santa Maria Cathedral. Our next stop will be Lisbon. Now we're going to be overnighting in port here as well, so you get some stunning scenery as we cruise into Lisbon. You'll go under the April the 25th bridge, go and visit some of the great districts of Lisbon itself. The Alfama district is well worth a visit, and you can go and try the local custard cake, the pastel de nata, which is well worth trying. Then we are on to our final port of call of Vigo here. You can go and taste the fresh mussels and oysters that have freshly been caught that day. It's great to try that. Then we're going to cruise you back to Southampton. This is a 14-night holiday on the 30th of June, and we can get you on board from £1,699 per person. Once again, we've included your gratuities. They're all taken care of. Plus, we're going to include some onboard credit for you as well, so you can have a spend when you're on board too. If you want more information, pick up that phone and give us a call on 0800 655 6449.
Well, this really is a wonderful time of year to be heading to the Mediterranean. It's taken in those first 2 weeks in July. So imagine sitting out on deck on your sun lounger, enjoying the beautiful sunshine. Now, you don't even need to get off the ship. If you've visited these destinations before, maybe just find yourself that sun lounger on top deck. Maybe head to the spa, or just relax all day in one of the lovely lounges. The choices are really absolutely up to you, but I would say make the first choice, pick up the phone and get yourself booked on. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to sail you out from Southampton and head for our first port of call, Gibraltar. Grab the cable car up the rock for some breathtaking views. If you're a wildlife enthusiast, then you can appreciate the diverse bird life and the cheeky Barbary apes as well. Then from there we are into Marseille, one of the oldest cities in France awaits you, and it's not hard to see why it's inspired artists for centuries. Then we're into Cannes, the French Riviera. It's a fashionable resort with beautiful beaches and chic boutiques. From there we'll sail into Barcelona. You could watch the colourful street performers in Las Ramblas or take in the Picasso Museum. There's so much to see and do in this exciting city. Before we arrive into Palma, Mallorca's capital, it's got so much going on, from cafes and markets to the Gothic cathedral, and perhaps take a trip to Soler from here. Then from there we're going to sail on to Lisbon. You've got your overnight in Lisbon, of course, Portugal's capital city. It's got a lovely medieval feel. Maybe take a jeep safari off the beaten track to nearby country villages for a change of scenery. Then our final port of call will be Vigo. You could sample some fresh seafood here in this delightful fishing port, or maybe try a Segway tour. Fancy that, Richard?
Oh yes.
Have a zip around Vigo. And then we'll sail you back in to Southampton, and fares from just £1,699. This is 2 weeks away in the heart of the summer for incredible value for money when you think of everything that's included, and we're going to include those free gratuities. Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on now to our next itinerary, and this time we are back on board the Independence of the Seas. So let's take another look around.
Yeah, so the Independence of the Seas is going through a revitalisation programme in early 2018, and she's having some new things added on board. You will find a new trampoline park added on board. You will find new water slides as well, which is great fun. There's an escape room as well, where you're in a room and you have to do all these challenges to try and escape. And there's also the laser tag as well. So then 4 new features that are all being added to the Independence of the Seas, but there are the firm favourites that you'll know and love, like the rock climbing walls. You'll find the flow rider as well, the mini golf, all of the amazing food like you can see here as well. That was the buffet option. This here is the main restaurant, which spans over 3 decks there. There's speciality dining, Chops Grill, there's Johnny Rockets, the great hamburger bar on board. There's still the solarium areas where you can relax. There's the water parks for the kids if you want to travel with the kids. And what a great summer holiday this is if you haven't got a summer holiday booked for next year yet. A lot of people do. They do book early. Well, why don't you book early? And what a great introduction to cruising this is as well. Just 6 nights for you to explore what cruising has to offer. And once you've stepped foot on board, I know that you'll be back for more and more. Here you can see the golf here, all again included in the price of your holiday. This is the Flow Rider, which is the surf simulator at sea, where you can actually go surfing at sea. It's great fun. Choice of accommodation for you. There are insides, ocean views. This is a balcony, what you can see here. We're quoting you here on the price for an inside, but if you wanted to upgrade, all you have to do is pick up that phone and give us a call here at Vision Cruise, and our cruise experts will go through all of the details for you. There's a pub on board. There is the main theatre with a different show every evening. There's even an ice rink on board this cruise ship. You can go to the shows on ice. You can even have a go on the ice yourself if you wanted to do that as well. So this is the Independence of the Seas. We are going away here to France and Spain on the 5th of August next year, and this is going to be a wonderful holiday for 6 nights. We're going to cruise out of Southampton, and our first port of call will be Le Havre. Now here you could choose to go to Paris if you want to do that for the day, go and see the Eiffel Tower, or go and see the Normandy, all the beaches all around there too. They're well worth a trip to. Then we're on to Gijon, is our next destination here as well. If you're feeling adventurous, you could go scuba diving or horse riding, or if you want to try some local ciders or cheese, you can do that. Then we're on to Bilbao, is our next port of call in the Basque Country, famous for its Rioja wine. You've got the old and the new buildings, and then we're going to be cruising you back to Southampton after your 6 nights on board. So we've got the 5th of August next year. We can do fares from £769 per person. Once again, we're including your gratuities for you, and we're going to include some onboard credit as well. If you want to take the kids, give us a call for the kids' prices on 0800 655 6449.
Well, as Richard said, this is a great introduction to cruising. If you've never cruised before, then 6 nights away gives you the chance to experience what it's like. And on board Royal Caribbean International, something you will never be is bored, because they have got so much going on, and you could be on there enjoying it. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So I'm going to sail you out from Southampton, head for our first port of call, Le Havre. This is where you could head to Paris for the day. Paris holds a really close place in my heart. There's so much to do. The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées, maybe head up the Sacré-Cœur. You'll find some spectacular views of the city from up there. Then from there, we're going to sail on to Gijon. One of the city's greatest treasures is the Atlantic Botanical Garden. It was one of the first botanical gardens in the north of Spain. And there's also plenty to discover in the beautiful rural countryside. Then from there, we're going to sail into Bilbao. You can visit the Guggenheim Modern Art Gallery or sample some tapas in one of the many exceptional local restaurants before we sail you back in to Southampton. And all of that from those fares of just £769 per person. We're going to include some onboard credit for you, and your gratuities are covered as well. So all you need to do is go for it. Get yourself on a Royal Caribbean cruise by calling the number at the bottom of the screen, 0800 655 6449. Well, it's now time for our quick picks.
And should we start off on board the Independence of the Seas, the Norwegian fjords, on the 20th of May for 8 nights, cruising out of Southampton. We're off to Mold, then we're off to Geiranger, then Elsund, then Flam, and then Stavanger, and then back to Southampton. 8 nights from £799 per person. We're going to include as well your gratuities is taken care of, and also we've included some onboard credit for you as well. If you want more information, all you have to do is call us now on 0800 655 6449, and we can get you on board the Independence of the Seas. Then we're on board a brand new cruise ship, the Symphony of the Seas, launching in 2018. This is the Symphonies of the Mediterranean on the 21st of April for 7 nights. It's a fly cruise departing from London Gatwick. We're going to fly to Barcelona, visiting Palma Mallorca, Marseille, La Spezia, Civitavecchia for Rome, Naples, and then back to Barcelona. £989 per person, includes your flights, your overseas transfers, and 7 nights on board the brand new Symphony of the Seas. 0800 655 6449 if you want to get on board. And then our final one is the Northern Delights on board the Navigator of the Seas, the 15th of June for 12 nights, departing from Southampton. We are off to Oslo, Copenhagen, Tallinn, St. Petersburg, where we'll overnight in port, Helsinki, and then back to Southampton. £1,199 per person. We're going to include your gratuities once again on this sailing, and also some onboard credit for you to spend on board too. 0800 655 6449 if you want that one.
Well, I said at the beginning of the show that Royal Caribbean International have thought of everything. Well, they really have. And what's wonderful is they're constantly upgrading their facilities as well. And they even won an award for onboard activities at the Cruise International Awards this year. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? All you've got to do is get yourself on one of these wonderful cruises and you'll experience it for yourself. Give us a call on 0800 655 6449. But from myself and from Richard, we'll see you next time.
We'll be back soon. Bye for now.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.